the quiet rhythm of dawn, before the markets open and before the cities awaken, women like Modupe Adeoloa begin the work that sustains a nation. Here in Elekuru village, Oyo State, life grows from their fingertips. They till the soil with stories older than time, stories of patience, endurance, and hope.
Bí a ò tilẹ̀ wà pẹ̀lú àwọn ìjọba tí wọ́n ń ṣe pọ́lísì láti gbé nǹkan jáde, ṣùgbọ́n àwa la mọ kí ni ojú wa ń rí lóko.
She speaks for millions, women whose fields are their classrooms, whose strength is unspoken policy. They are the invisible architects of Nigeria's food security, laboring through uncertainty with quiet courage. In every seed she saves, there is a promise that tomorrow, no matter how uncertain, there will still be food on the family's table. Across Nigeria, the sky has changed its mind. Rain, once faithful, now betrays the farmer's calendar. Flood sweeps through one week, and the next, the earth thirsts.
N'oge dị ugbu a n'obodo anyị, enwere mgbanwe nke dị ukwuu n'ebe mmiri ozuzo dị. Mmiri ozuzo anaghị abịa na mgbe o kwesịrị. Mmiri ozuzo na-abịa na mgbe ya, na-abụrụ etu o shibu adị n'oge mbụ. Mmiri ozuzo na-abịa o were oke mmiri, o jiri mbuze mebichaa ihe ndị anyị kọrọ n'ugbo. Mgbe ụfọdụ kwa, mmiri a na-akwụsị mgbe anyị na-atụrụ anya ya. Nke a na-eme ka ihe ndị anyị na-akọ, ihe dịka akpụ, kpọnwụcha, ọ nara eme ọfụma. Mana ọ bụ n'ebe ihe dị etu a dị ka ụmụ nwanyị ndị nọ n'ọrụ ugbo, anyị nwere otu anyị na-akpọ ọganiru dị mma. Ndị ụmụ nwanyị a tụkọtara isi ọnụ wee lụso ihe dị etu a ọgụ. Anyị na-ewetacha ihe mmụta dị iche iche nke anyị na-amụta n'ebe a na-akụziri anyị ihe gbasara ọrụ ugbo, nke dịka ndị IFAD. Ndị IFAD enyegoro anyị aka ọfụma n'ịkụziri anyị usoro anyị ga-eji na-arụ ọrụ ugbo.
In Uzoma's voice is the sound of defiance, the resilience of women who refuse to yield even when nature turns its back. They build new knowledge from each failed harvest, sharing it across their cooperatives, adapting to the shifting rhythm of the skies. These are not just farmers. They are scientists of the soil, climatologists of instinct, carrying wisdom not from books, but from seasons survived. While rural women keep planting, women scientists in IITA, the International Institute of Tropical Agriculture, are listening to the whispers of the soil, to the stories that rise from rural Nigeria. Their mission to make science answer the call of women farmers.
When you step into the rural communities, you quickly notice something profound, and that is women are not just part of the food system, they are the food system. Women plant, they process, they trade, they nurture the very backbone of our food security. It is the women processors who can tell you varieties that are easier to peel, varieties that when they make it into food products like fufu, the customers will like it. So we know that women's role are important, and our results have shown that women have preferences for food quality traits such as texture, color, taste, and over time these traits, the breeders have taken them up, they've prioritized them, They are now using them to select clones and advance clones for release. And because of this, we have varieties like the Biggie, the Renewed Hope. This shows that we are listening to women's voices, we are prioritizing their preferences, we are paying full attention and addressing, the challenges that they face along the food value chain. And it is when we listen to women's voices, we shape science that are not just about economic gains, but that are not just giving economic gains and incomes, but they are transforming the lives and livelihoods of women farmers and processors in Nigeria and across Africa.
This collaboration births transformation, varieties named Biggie and Renewed Hope. Products of science shaped by women's lived experience. Every new variety tells a story of respect. Research that no longer speaks to women, but with them.
Numerous opportunity lies in giving women and young women equitable opportunity and access to agricultural productive resources, because the research we do is not only about economic gain or economic benefits or economic change. It's a social multiplier effect, and the World Bank calls it gender dividend. So when women thrive, community don't just grow food, they grow future. So with equity in access, Africa will not just feed itself to survive, it will feed the whole world sustainably.
In every drone that hums above the field, in every tablet that maps a seed field, there is a new generation of women shaping Africa's agricultural destiny. They are not inheriting resilience. They are engineering it.
I conducted an analysis of agricultural and seed policy in Nigeria using tools like the Gender in Agricultural Assessment tool, the GAPO tool, which was developed by FAO. I also used the WIGO, which is the Women Empowerment in Agriculture and Governance, to analyze agricultural policies and seed policies. And my analysis revealed a consistent policy gap, which is that the policy acknowledges that women have limited access to agricultural productive resources and inputs to improve their productivity and their value chains activities and livelihood activities. And recently we also participated in a stakeholder meeting where we shared these evidences to inform the review and reforms of some of this policy to be gender responsive and to be transformative towards women's livelihood activities. And in all, I would say that our science should not just sit on the table or sit in the journal. As researchers, we should make effort to translate our evidence into practice, and this is when our research starts to develop the rural communities and transform the lives and livelihoods of farmers and processors that are engaged and that are involved in the food value chain.
From the village farm to the policy forum, Deborah's work bridges two worlds, transforming scientific data into social justice. Because food security is not only about seeds and soil, it is about power. Who has a voice? Who makes the decisions? And who gets left behind? In the bustling city, another voice rises, one that carries the fire of advocacy.
Rural women in Nigeria and Africa are uniquely positioned at the front lines of climate change, but yet they are key adapters, practicing organic farming, leading community risk networks, stewarding natural resources.
Titi Lokpe Ngozi Akosa, activist and founder of the Center for 21st Century Issues, calls for a reimagined justice, one where gender equity and climate action walk hand in hand.
To truly empower women farmers in the face of climate change, the most critical policy or right gaps that must be addressed are land rights, which is important for women to be able to own land in their own name. including access to finance or affordable credit, removing the collateral barriers, and then gender-responsive climate advisory services, extension and post-harvest services, including transportation to market.
She reminds us that resilience is not charity, it is justice, and justice begins when women's hands, which feed the world, also hold the power to decide its future.
Where rural women have equal access to land, finance, and technologies, we will see meaningful changes, stable and bountiful agriculture yields, reduced post-harvest losses, leading to increased household income, enhanced nutrition, and general communal well-being.
Their vision is the seed of Africa's tomorrow. Women are not the footnotes of agriculture. They are its heartbeat. In their resilience lies the map to a sustainable future where food, equity, and dignity grow side by side. They may not sit at the policy tables, but they stand steadfast at the tables of life, where food, family, and future are served daily by their hands. They are the women at the heart of food and climate resilience in Nigeria.